You know, we've all been there. The dropped call, the video that just won't stop buffering. That's radio frequency interference, or RFI. We've talked about how it messes with our daily lives, even our transportation. But today we're going somewhere totally different. We're heading into an environment where that same interference isn't just an annoyance. It's literally a matter of life and death. We're talking about the modern hospital.
Right, so as you know, this is part 7 of our 12-part series, and it's all based on this incredible report from Virtualization Options LLC. We're zeroing in on Chapter 7 today, which is all about medical devices. And let me tell you, this is where the risks of RFI stop being theoretical and get frighteningly real.
I mean, think about it. We all get so frustrated when a video call drops. It's annoying, right? But what happens when that exact same invisible force, RFI, starts interfering with a pacemaker, or an insulin pump, or the monitor that's tracking vital signs in the ICU? That's the question we're diving into today.
So let's really frame this correctly. We need to completely shift how we think about RFI. We have to move past seeing it as just a simple inconvenience and start understanding its potential for absolute, catastrophic failure.
The report we're pulling from makes this point crystal clear. The very same RFI that makes your smart speaker cut out can cause a life-sustaining medical device to completely malfunction. It's the exact same phenomenon, but inside a hospital, the consequences aren't measured in lost data packets. They're measured in patient outcomes.
Okay, now let's zoom in a little. Let's get really specific and look at the most personal devices imaginable, the ones actually implanted inside the human body. These things are marvels of engineering for sure, but their very design also makes them uniquely vulnerable.
What you're looking at here is a fundamental conflict. On one side, you have the medical implant. It's designed to listen for a very specific signal. It's low power, it's precise, and it's carrying vital information. But RFI, it's the polar opposite. It's high power, it's chaotic, it's just noise. The report actually compares it to trying to have a whispered conversation right next to a running jackhammer. One just completely drowns out the other.
And this really all boils down to a concept called the signal-to-noise ratio, or SNR. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine you're listening to some quiet music. That's your signal. Now, somebody in the same room suddenly turns on a vacuum cleaner. That's the noise. If that vacuum is loud enough, the music is just gone. You can't hear it. For a medical device, that lost signal could be a critical life-saving instruction.
So here's how that chain reaction happens. Step 1. The device is listening, waiting for its instructions. Step 2. A blast of RFI hits it from some other source. Step 3. The device's receiver gets overwhelmed. It can't tell the difference between the vital signal and all the junk noise. And the final step, potential failure. That could be a missed instruction for a pacemaker or an incorrect dose from an insulin pump. The stakes are incredibly high.
Okay, so now let's zoom out. We've talked about a single device, but what happens when you put that device into an entire hospital environment? If one little implant is that vulnerable, just imagine the chaos of managing thousands of wireless signals all flying around in the same space.
This image of cell towers is really the perfect metaphor here. A modern hospital is basically a dense, invisible city of signals. You've got the hospital's own systems, all the medical devices, and then every single phone, tablet, and laptop brought in by staff, patients, and visitors. All of them are fighting for a finite amount of airspace.
And just look at what's competing for those airwaves. You've got the patient monitors, wireless infusion pumps, all the tablets that doctors and nurses use. Then you add the hospital's own massive Wi-Fi network, plus hundreds of personal cell phones, and then you've got emergency radios on top of that. The source report calls it a wireless battlefield, and that's exactly what it is. Every single device is a potential source of interference and at the same time, a potential victim of it.
And this brings us right back to the core warning from our source. This isn't just me speculating here. The report itself explicitly calls out the life-critical implications for these exact devices. This is a known, documented risk that comes with our increasingly connected healthcare system.
All of this leads us to a central dilemma in modern medicine, this constant trade-off we have to navigate, that delicate balance between connectivity and patient safety.
When you get down to it, we're really facing a paradox. Wireless tech in hospitals is revolutionary, no doubt. It allows for better monitoring, faster communication, amazing things. But, as the report really hammers home, that convenience comes with a hidden cost. Every new connected device adds another layer of profound, invisible vulnerability to the system.
So, that leaves us with this final, really challenging question.
As our medical technology gets more connected, as our hospitals get smarter, what do we have to do to manage this invisible threat? How do we make absolutely sure that the very technology designed to save lives doesn't accidentally put them at risk? That's the critical challenge for the future of healthcare.